Chapter 22, Renaissance and Mannerism in Cinquecento, Italy. Chapter 22 goes over Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo, which is amazing because they're my favorite Ninja Turtles. Oh, wait, the other Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo. Hi, my name is Tianna Rito, and I'm taking Art History 1304, Renaissance to Modern. I will be covering Chapter 22 because, in my opinion, this period in time has some of the greatest artists and pieces of art. Art is a representation of the actions taking place around the artist. The vast differences between the Renaissance and Mannerism eras allow citizens of today the opportunity to see many firsts because at this point in time, science and art were both brought in to test each other. Now, during the 16th century was the period in history where artists focused their interest in human anatomy, proportion, and perspective, as many artists were also philosophers and scientists. The Renaissance period consisted of three main artists, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, and Michelangelo. To begin with da Vinci, he had talent like no other. He studied many things, including engineering, anatomy, physical science, and many more, which ultimately helped his artistic ability. Now, the Mona Lisa in this piece, in the setting, is unknown outside landscape. The woman who is painted is Lisa de Antonio Maria Granardian. She sits with her hands crossed in front of her, smiling very softly. This could be seen in one of his most famous works of art. The Mona Lisa shows Da Vinci's skills as he was able to accurately draw women from anatomy studies, unlike others. Now, The Last Supper is Da Vinci's largest work of art, and because of the emotion shown, is also considered his best work. In this piece, Da Vinci is depicting a story in the Bible. It was just announced that Jesus was deceived by one of his 12 disciples, and therefore it is seen that everyone is looking around and talking about who? Judas. Next, there's Raphael. Raphael died at the age of 37, but the work he had completed during that time influenced many future artists. In Raphael's philosophy, also known as the School of Athens. In this piece, Raphael painted all philosophers and scientists. He included himself along with fellow artist Michelangelo. With the influence of Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael used pyramidal composition, which in simple terms just means the shape or all three figures in the painting. In the Madonna in the meadow, the audience is shown Madonna, which is another name used for Mary watching her son Christ playing with John the Baptist. There, Mary is forewarning of how her son will die, since he is playing with a staff shaped like a cross. And just a little background information in case you're not religious, Jesus died on the cross. Lastly, there is Michelangelo. Now, he could be called the most famous artist, but I'll just call him an all-around artist. The thing about him was that he did so many different things, which brought the art and science worlds together. Michelangelo was an architect, a poet, and a sculptor. Now, I'm not saying that other artists, for instance, Leonardo da Vinci, didn't bring together art and science, but he only sketched it, while Michelangelo did it all. David in this sculpture shows his understanding of human anatomy and proportion. The artist shows David being nude. Michelangelo was commissioned by Pope Julius II to the paintings of the Sistine Chapel, which took approximately 4 years to complete. One of the paintings in the Sistine Chapel ceilings is the creation of Adam. The creation of Adam is showing Adam as he touches hands with God, signifying his life being created. Mannerism. Following the birth of a new age came new ideas and ways people thought of things. The artists of the new age were called mannerists, and their style was distinguished by being stylish, cultured, and elegant. When the term mannerism developed, it had a negative reason behind it because of how it was. Mannerists had change in perspective and typically used darker shades of colors. Mannerism is more about the artist's personal style rather than what is popular at the time. For example, the Sifimi, the Fall, the Rebel of Angels. It shows how artists changed the style to more darker settings and did not use traditional Renaissance ideals. Another example is Eleanor of Toledo and Giovanni de' Medici by Renzino. This is showing no background scenery and is the mother and the son both have no emotion on their faces. Renzino did many portraits for the de' Medici family, as he was the Grand Duke Cosimo de' Medici official artist. That being said, in many ways of the portraits in the family had almost no personality shown, as was less neutral. Lastly, Madonna with the long neck by Perugino shows the elongated proportions of the human body, which differs from the Renaissance because body proportion was important. With the coming of the new generation, after many great artists, artists begin to change the ways and styles of their art. That being distinguished by the elegance and culture shown. This research matters because it shows that while two separate topics can bring much controversy, it can bring the light needed to push a new age forward. All right, guys, this is my works cited page, but please remember to like, subscribe, and comment.